Starting off with the special summon Fenrir, a lot of people have stopped using Maxi in the draw phase and standby phase to play around the Fenrir special summon, so we are going to be benefiting from that. Burner is going to discard a Fire and or Dragon to summon a Dragon Ruler from the deck. Chaining Maxi, Ash, negate. Now we have double Imperm. If you Imperm the Tomahawk, they could then make another Tomahawk, but then we Imperm that one also. Dragon Ruler is here. Arm, Dragon level 7 being discarded to activate its effect to grab a pile arm from the deck to the hand. Galaxy Tomahawk is here. Activate the effect, detach 2, Imperm, negate. Now, this is why we play a second Tomahawk. With the Dragon Ruler in the graveyard, we could banish 2 to reborn it, and then all we have to do is get another level 7 on the field and we can attempt it again. Normal summoning the Rise Heart, becoming level 7, and this is it. We think we're good, right? But the Mad Lad has double impermanence. We need a third Tomahawk. We don't play UDF. We don't have room for UDF. I don't think so. Imperm negate. Can you imagine UDFing with double Galaxy Tomahawk? I don't think it's allowed to, right? UDF says accept number monsters. Damn. Double Tomahawk on the field. We got Theosis to use up with the Rise Heart. We have Maxi changing that Theosis, drawing per special summon here. Let's see what this results into. Summoning a Unicorn. Unicorn activating to search for a Birth. Birth is going to birth the banished Fenrir back onto the field here. Come forth and summon, searching for a monster from the deck. We already used up our normal summon, so we don't get the other effect of the Birth. Now, the big question is, after attacking to banish one Tomahawk, do we main phase 2 a Rise Heart? They get to draw 1, but everything sent to the graveyard is banished, and we do have the quick effect to banish a card in the field face down. Now, by not making the Rise Heart, we still kind of have disruption through the Fenrir. And the Unicorn could banish the one of Auroradon. The Reactant Dragon Ruler will summon the Redox from the deck. So we do have another double level 7, but we don't have a third Tomahawk here. Triggering the effect of the Fenrir. Unicorn looking at the extra deck. What do we go for? I don't think we even go for Auroradon. Could he even Auroradon without the Tomahawk play? Discarding to come forth and summon Pile Armed Dragon, sending an Armed Dragon level 5 from the deck to the graveyard. We got Tempest to the hand. Reactant's going to discard the Tempest to summon our Redox. We have Big Eye. Big Eye take the Fenrir, yes? No? We do not. Not playing that. We are going to instead make a Mecha Phantom Beast Dracosac, which I believe would have been able to make our Auroradon play. So yeah, it was very good to get rid of that Auroradon, banish it. Dracosac tributing off a token, pop a card in the field, making our Link Spider. And from there we have Redox banishing from the graveyard, banishing Maxi and Fenrir. They're both Earth. To then now make IP Masquerena. The Dragon Ruler plays are definitely happening. We are can't attack with Dracosac, so we're gonna Zeus over the Dracosac, yes? Access Code Talker is going to be indestructible thanks to the Masquerena from Card Effect. Banishing to pop the Unicorn. Do we even play Zeus? Yeah, we do play Zeus, so we're good. We're good. Very well done. So a lot of people would have messed that up by not attacking with the Tomahawk because the Dracosac was not able to attack. You need to battle with an Exceed, and then you could use any Exceed on the field that you control to make that Zeus. Very well done from Heartbreaker to do that. We have Scareclaw Kashtira being met with a Maxi. We have a Field Wipe ready. When do we Field Wipe? He could try to Big Eye. If you Field Wipe, we then follow up a Unicorn. This is not good. We also have Dark Arm Dragon. The Dark Arm cannot destroy Access Code Talker. The Dark Arm takes out the Divine Arsenal Zeus, and then, it's only because we see the hand. But the best play from seeing the hand is to just let Zeus die and do nothing. That's it. Because then we got that follow-up Unicorn. And, maybe we should just do that even without seeing the hand, because what if he's got, Fenrir, and, it is a Kashtira deck. That Unicorn is the worst thing that could happen here. Maybe we forgot Access Code Talker was indestructible due to the Masquerena. And, to be fair, we also have Maxi, which we're going to be drawing a bit, even if they did have a follow-up, which they do. The problem is, what if they lethal us through the Maxi? Which is exactly what's happening. Zeus activating is the reason we lost. That is wild. We really have to think about blocking their Kashtira from being summoned. Had we not Zeused, Access Code Talker would have been on the field. There was no out to it through the Armed Dragon. Could not summon the Unicorn. Damn. Gotta definitely be careful about that. Big reminder, if you're playing against Kashtira and you got a Zeus, just maybe think about not wiping. Let's hop into game number 2. Tempest discarding a win to grab a Pile Armed Dragon here. Will Super Poly be messing us up? Being able to fuse with our field, we cannot negate the Super Poly. Dark Armed is now, I should say Pile Armed is on the field, drawing into a Curry Kara. That's going to be really good follow-up against Kashtira. Banish into some of the Redox, and this is our Galaxy Tomahawk play. Imperm is the way. Negate the Tomahawk. Can we get double level 7 on the field again? Tempest could banish, Wind and Wind. Redox could banish. No, we don't have another Earth. We're missing 2 cards, actually. We could have banished if we had Maxi and another Dragon, but Kashtira does what Kashtira does best, and that is brick. Bricked up, no play to make, not a single Kashtira in sight. Banish from the graveyard to come forth and summon our Redox, triggering the Tempest to add a Pile Arm from the deck to our hand. Pile Arm, discard a card to come forth and special summon. Level 3, adding the level 7. And to battle we go, we're going to make a Zeus again with the Tomahawk play. We're going to be fusing their field to make a Moo Dragon. Moo Dragon big enough to make it so Redox cannot even swing in. And just like that, a normal summoned Ash Blossom being our level 10 synchro. Oh, geez. The Moo Dragon cannot be targeted because whatever attribute it is, that is untargetable. That, unfortunately, that is a massive blunder, but hopefully we can come back because, hey, we did that on purpose. This is really interesting. Had we been able to pop the Moo Dragon, he would have special summoned Unicorn, used Theosis. So in TCG, Noxumbro had been like, yeah, bro, take out my Moo Dragon. I definitely need it off the field so I could summon my Unicorn off the top of my deck. So now we can't make any play. That's it. Moo Dragon protected from the Baron to floor, stopping us from making a play with the Kashtira Unicorn. Ain't no way. Discard a Dragon, come forth and summon the Tempest. Armed Dragon, level 7, grabbing a level 3 Thunder. We have Redox banishing 2 Dragons in the graveyard to come forth and summon. Are we Galaxy Tomahawking again? We're going to make the Dracosack, which will summon 2 tokens, and then we're going to get popping on that Super Poly. Token. This is it. And there is the Super Poly play, discarding the Theosis, holding onto the Moonlit Chill to make our Garura, if sent to the graveyard, will be drawing a card. And if we don't take out the Moo Dragon or Garura, he's going to tribute summon for that Unicorn. So very well done, Tempest to come out and take out that Moo Dragon. Now, I don't think we have a level 9 Synchro to... what do we have? We have a Link. Link 2. Donner is here. Garura being triggered to grab Birth. We used up our normal summon to make that play, but the Donner being able to pop itself to make room for the Unicorn, that is ideal. Very well done here. So write that play down if you're a Kashtira player and you got 1 body in the field plus a normal summon. We're going to Theosis onto the Unicorn, summoning our Fenrir. Fenrir is going to be searching for our Rise Heart. Remember, we had that early drawn Kurikara Divine Carnate, waiting for any opponent's monster to activate during our own turn so that we could tribute over it. Doesn't even activate. It just kaijus the entire field if everything were to activate. So by playing around it, we could choose for the Shangri to just not activate. Are we really going to be doing that, though? Probably not. Come forth and summon after we big bang our Shangri, adding back our Kashtira material, then resummoning it. We are going to, on the attack, banish a card from the extra deck, taking out the one of Aurora Dawn, and then locking up another zone on the field. Now, you can't just choose to not activate a Rise Heart to play around the Kurikara. It's forcibly activating if any card is banished. So if we could force a card to be banished, so we have 1 card activated so far, so Kurikara could summon over that, but we're going to wait. Well, Tempest, banishing to summon, triggers the Arise Heart, and the Arise Heart will then be activatable. But will it activate to banish the Tempest before it gets tributed with the Kurikara? Probably will not. He's going to hold on to that quick effect banish. I think we might even use Call by the Grave to stop it. Yes, we will. Banish the Tempest, Arise Heart activates, and that's going to be a 4,500 Kurikara. Now you may be thinking, Kurikara gets summoned, triggering Fenrir to banish it. Right? Wrong. It does not activate whatsoever. It will summon 4,500, then take out that Fenrir. So this is a big turn here. You're going to see the power of Kurikara newly reprinted. Oh, no. That's now a 6,000 attack. That's going to be a huge Kurikara. 6,000 attack Kurikara is here. Get ready. Continually locking up the zones. Now, the ruling is if all 5 of your monster zones are locked up, can you summon Kurikara? Because it's a cost to tribute the Shangri, then it's no longer locked up, then you summon. You can't. You cannot attempt to do it. So had we been able to lock up every single monster zone, Kurikara would be blocked from being summoned. And just like that, 6,000 attack Kurikara is here. Did not activate, taking out the Fenrir. Fenrir not triggering. Hot damn. Level 3, discarding a card to come forth and summon for the deck our level 5. Level 5, triggering the graveyard to grab our level 7. Level 5, discarding the level 7, sending itself to the graveyard to come forth and summon our Pile Armed Dragon. We have level 7 in the graveyard, triggering to grab another level 7. Redux, banishing to... do we have another Galaxy Tomahawk? We do. But we're going to be making the Duel Links Dragon instead. The Duel Links Dragon is going to be detached and to pop a card in the field, taking out the Birth. Divine Carnate is going to be reborning the opposing Fenrir onto our fields. How do we stop this? Moonlit Chill. Damn, what a wonderful duel. A crazy back and forth play. Very well done. Sekka's Light. That is a pot of greed. We're going to be max seeing in the draw phase. Ideal when playing against a Kashtira deck here before they special summon within the main phase. Chaining our Shifter, ensuring that any card sent to the grave will be banished instead. Now, Sekka Light wants to go to the graveyard because you could then banish this from the graveyard to draw an additional card. We got the Pressure Planet, grabbing our Fenrir here, Birth, Fenrir, and, you know, we're under max seeds, so doing nothing? Okay. Now, Valor must be sent to the graveyard to negate a monster on the field within the main phase only. Thus, under Dimension Shifter and Arise Heart, Effect Valor cannot be used. But Moonlit Chill does not need to go to the graveyard. You discard this card, it does not specify it has to go to the graveyard like a card that Max C and Valor does specify they must go to the graveyard. So that's another good reason to play the Moonlit Chill in addition to it being a level 3 tuner. So it being normal summon alongside a Kashtira, that's level 10 Synchro. Are you ready? Ash, similar to the Chill, does not need to go to the graveyard to activate. Reactin does not need to go to the graveyard. Discard, banishing, come forth and summon Redux. Rise Heart, banishing from the deck to make ourselves level 7. To now make our Draco Sack. Are we going to get chillin'? No, we're not. On summon, we're not going to be summon our tokens. We're going to swing in and just go right into our Zeus. Now, most cards that have a special summon effect, like Fenrir, no monsters come forth and summon, they then state you can only special summon the monster once per turn this way. And the big deal with that is, do you Zeus a Fenrir, then they summon another Fenrir? That's the problem. So, did we do it? Yeah, we're doing it. And then if he has another Fenrir, he just has another one. And it just, maybe he would have banished off the top of the deck also. The second Fenrir is banished face down, so we would not know that. We're going to Birth Reborn the Fenrir anyway. And now Special Summon our Rise Heart, locking us into Xyz only. Banishing our Theosis. We are birthing onto the field our Scareclaw Kashtira. Sorry, a little gassy. And now we have a Rise Heart. Any card sent to the graveyard will be banished instead. We do have Quick Effect, banish a card in the field face down. Only 3 cards left in our deck. What are you doing? We got our 4th material here, banishing the Zeus off the field. We got to deal 8,000 damage, though. We already used the Birth. We're big banging the Arise Heart to add back in the material, which is the Fenrir to come forth and summon. We're sitting at 5,400 damage. So we got that 54, nice and good. The Arise Heart's not activatable to banish a card in the field face down, so he does not have any public disruption. But the Chill and the Ash, it's getting ready. Redux banishing Earth and or Dragons to come forth and summon from the graveyard. Rise Heart gaining a second material, 1 more material, and it can banish a card in the field. And just like that, we have Baron de Flor. That's going to be triggering the Arise Heart. We're going to be discarding the Moonlit Chill to negate the Baron de Flor. This is interesting. We negate it, then we would still have the ability to pop a card in the fields. Do we negate? But we did not. So we just let ourselves not negate, then it gains a third material anyway. It would be able to banish the Fenrir before, I should say the Baron to floor before it even activates a pop a card in the field. But I'm thinking maybe we should have still attempted to negate. Whoa! The other effect of chill? What the heck was that? Negate its effects. Also, if it leaves the field, they take damage equal to its original attack. Moonlit chill for lethal damage. I have never seen that. Oh my gosh. What the heck was that? Damn. Rhyme Heart. Grab Tosamik. Omni Negate. Trigger a fusion, which could go into a Rucalis, which will be a special summon negate, or a Kaleido Heart, which could spin a card in the field, so that's one disruption. We have Beatrice, which could do that again, trigger, summon a Rucalis or a Kaleido Heart. If you activate a monster effect, we can return a banished card back to then destroy that card. We have a monster negate, we have Max C, we have Ash, and we also have Fairy Tale Snow in the graveyard. We have about 8 disruptions. Well, 7 disruptions plus Max C. We don't have enough cards to play through that. Let's go. Redoer taking a grass off the top of the deck here. Chaos Space discarding the Chaos Witch. Ash is going to negate. So 6 disruptions left. Oh boy, get ready. we're not playing through that. We know what the backer card is. It's public knowledge. Damn, that is Tier Limit Mannadium. Chaos Space, we are playing against Max C, but we also probably want to play around Gamma. What do we do here? If you Max C early, you get Gamma'd. If you don't Max C early, they summon a Fenrir, which is not as prevalent as it used to be. Magna, oh wow, very well done from Fictinium playing around that Gamma. A lot of people would have activated that Max C and would have been an instant loss. A free level 8 Synchro on their turn, no bueno. And it's not even a level 8 Synchro. If you play the Excel Synchro Stardust, which you can play in any deck with the Gamma, you Reborn Gamma, make a Baron to floor. Ending our turn here, we're going to be setting up the Regain. We're going to draw a card anytime a light or dark is banished, plus we could Reborn a Bestial from the graveyard on the summon of another monster. Now we got Rhyme Heart. Rhyme Heart is activating to search our deck. We have regained a Reborn from the graveyard. It's now safe to activate that Max C. I Max C, you Max C. So why chain Max C to Max C? If they have a call by the Grave Finger to finger your Max C, it then negates their own Max C. And only right here, right now, if you let their Max C resolve, then they negate your Max C with the call by the Grave. Their Max C is not negated, only yours. So that is a, little nuance. It's good. We have Ash negating that Max C because it is our turn and we do want to cook. And boy, do we have a hand to cook with. Sharon, discard Hovness. We are resolving a search of the Rhyme Heart to come from our deck to our hand, which is going to be our Abscission. Abscission will pop a monster we control to then search our deck for the field spell. Field spell, grab a Vsauce or a Mannadium. Hovness chanting to the Magna Hut, activating to mill 3 cards off the top of the deck, getting a Sharon into the graveyard, activating a Fuse Celic, searching for a monster, as we have the Scream also searching for a trap. The Celic is limited to 1 for some reason in Master Duel. Druid Swarm stopping that fusion summon play. Now, the Sharon in the hand or the Abscission could pop the Hovness to trigger a fusion. So we're good. We could fuse again very easily. Regain, returning a banished card back of the deck to get that draw 1. Sharon, discard a card to mill 3. Milling, nothing that too good here. Come forth and summon the Tier Limit Kashtira, mill 3 off the top of the deck. No, we did mill our Crime, which could recycle our limited to 1 Celic back to our hand, which will now negate a monster. We did not use Abscission. Are we waiting on that? We're now going to be making Time Thief Redoer. The Hovness fusion summon effect did not happen yet. We're going to be using the Branded Beast within the main phase, popping a back row card. We're now going to be using Time Thief Redoer to change the effect of the Druid Swarm, attempting to send it to the graveyard, banishing it off the field to come forth during the end phase. Into the end phase we go. So Fictinium said I could not use my Abscission to pop Hovness, which I really wanted to do because the Abscission states you add a peaceful planet from your deck to your hand. And he's saying in the chat, I only play one target for the Obsidian to search, and we milled it. So we could not do it. That is the reason why. Otherwise, that was the play. We do have Sulliek to negate and trigger the Hovness here. Redoer taking a monster off the top of the deck. And we have Lubellion activating to set up a branded spell trap during the backer. We have Sulliek with the permanent monster negate. Branded Beast to dodge the negate. Popping the Time Thief Redoer. Forcing it to activate to come forth and banish it during the end phase. And what was once a situation where we played around the Gamma, now we're playing right into it with an effect that we really did not need so much. And now we're going to get a free level 8 Synchro into possibly a level 10. Ash is ready to negate that Max C. And oh boy, I think that we are in big trouble. Sulliek has been used. And the thing about Sulliek is, let's read this effect. The Sulliek states that you negate a monster, then if a card ever says then, you must perform the first part to get the second part, which is what we really wanted, to send the Hovness to the graveyard. We did not negate its effects. We do not send Hovness. We do not fusion summon, and we have 0 disruption. Unless we have a snow in the graveyard. Do we have a snow? We do. We have snow. So scratch that. We do have a disruption through snow. Do we? Oh, we're not. It's like, yeah, we're just out of here. We're out of here. You know, resolving that Gamma is too much. Dark Grepher, discarded Dark to send a Dark from the deck to the graveyard. We have Destrudo reborning itself from the graveyard. Chaos Angel being used with a Light and Dark, giving it additional benefits. With Light, your Synchro monsters are completely unaffected from monster effects, and with a Dark, your monsters cannot be destroyed by battle, even non-Synchro. So everything indestructible by battle. You have the Dissipator, which will be able to, in response to a monster effect, destroy, and in response to a monster effect, Draco Berserker will also banish. Let's go. How do we break this field? Unaffected from monster effects. We have Heartbeat spinning back the Calm by the Grave, discarding the Trivikarma. Trivikarma banishing to grab a Vsauce spell or trap, which will be our tier limit field spell limited to 1. So this field spell just became more consistent. We have Scream plus Rhino Heart on summon. We're going to be Chain Link blocking the Draco Berserker if we wanted to activate that. Mill 3 cards off the top, milling a Sharon randomly, sending a tier limit Kashtira. Chain Link blocking the Sharon from being responded to. And we're going to be milling 2. We got a Meta Noise and Destrudo. Get ready. It is time for Kid Cow. Kid Cow on summon is going to be Chain Link blocked again. We're going to be protecting it with a field spell, dealing with the Chaos Angel, making all of the Synchros unaffected from monster effects. Very well done here. And the Meta Noise also further Chain Link blocking, adding the tier limit Kashtira in the graveyard back to our hand. I believe we're going to summon the tier limit Kashtira with the Kid Callus, though. Goodbye to Chaos Angel. Grabbing our Sharon. Sharon will discard a card. Discarding the Meek to mill 3 off the top of the deck. Triggering a Hovness. Triggering Rhino Heart. Further Chain Link blocking the Draco Berserker. What are we supposed to do? Opponent activates a monster effect. You could banish it. So it's like a Bestial, but it's got to be the direct Chain Link to the monster activating. If you keep Chain Link blocking, I could never banish with the Draco Berserker. Can we finally banish? We're going to instead use the Dissipator not to destroy, but to negate. If you return your opponent's banished card back, that is going to be a negate from spinning back the Dissipator back into the deck. And at 3,500 defense, it is now well protected from being dealt with. Very good. Goodbye. Take out 2 cards on the field here. We have Kid Cow, main phase 2, send Kaleido, Reborn Kaleido, send a card from the deck to the graveyard, tier limit Kashtira, mill 2 cards off the top of the deck. Now, what are we sending with the Kaleido Heart? Kaleido Heart is here. It's not going to be able to activate a spin a card in the field again. We are sending a Rhino Heart from the deck to the graveyard, just triggering the Scream. Scream setting up with a Sulliek, ready to negate the Dissipator permanently. Dissipator activating to reborn the Chaos Ruler onto the field. Sulliek with the negate. What are we sending to the graveyard? We're going to send the Kaleido Heart. Kaleido Heart will now be triggered to reborn and trigger a fusion, turning the field into a Root Kalos. That's what I'm thinking. Sending Sharon. Sharon activate Diffuse. We have no way to stop it. Spin back the permanently negated Dissipator. Make a Rukalos, which will then be able to negate the emergency summon. But then you could chain to it. But then what are we really making from there? Very well done from Fictinium and both Earl GB. Thank you to both of you for a wonderful match. That is Mannadium tier limit. Again, we have tier limit Mannadium. Is this the new best deck or what? More than one player is playing with it in today's tournament. Let's see what's good. Maxi chain to the Sharon. That is not good. You know, in TCG, it's really good to open up with Sharon, but in Master Duel, it's much better in most circumstances because of Maxi. Open up with Rhino, they Maxi, and then you're just gonna make the Kit Cal Search Celik set pass. Let's go, let's go. Set Novness, mill 3. Could still make the Kit Cal set pass, but now we're getting negated by the Bestial. Not really negate, but it is stopping the Fusion Summon. Goodbye to the Hobness. Now, what do we do here? The Obsidian is activating. You can banish this card to special summon a Vsauce from the hand and come forth Baron de Fleur. Drawing 3 cards off of that Maxi to make that Baron de Fleur. Was it worth it? Wow, Ash negating. I was going to say, like, do we really want to? I guess it's fine. They're going to draw 1 card, but then we're going to have a Kit Cal and a Celik. I think that's a fair trade. So Ash negating this, okay, sure, makes sense. But maybe we should have ashed the Kit Cal. So we would draw a card for Kit Cal, then negate the Kit Cal from grabbing Celik. And then if Kit Cal wanted to further cook, it would then be more draws for us from XC. Maybe that would be the play. You know, either or is good. Drew Storm within the end phase, banishing that Fairy Tale Snow, which didn't even have enough cards to banish to come forth and summon. Now we have quick launch, quickly launching our Rocket Tracer onto the field, making our Chaos Angel. Chaos Angel on summon will be banishing a card on the field, being chain link blocked from Baron de Fleur. Whenever you're dealing with something that negates the activation, think of a way to chain link block it through multiple trigger effects. So Chaos Angel is affected from the Baron de Fleur. We did not use a light monster, but by putting the Druid Swarm on chain link 2, you could not negate the Chaos Angel, thus we could only negate the Druid Swarm. Negate. Very well done. He's dealing with what he believes to be a Celik. Triva Karma is gone. Normal summoning our Safer, tributing from the hand to grab a Wyver Burster. There is 0 disruption. Let's speed on through what we could do. Making our Romulus. Romulus and the Wyver Burster is going to be activating, grabbing the Field Spell plus a Collapse Serpent. We'll be discarding a card from the hand to then search our deck for a Rocket Tracer. Then we're going to Boot Sector, launch it onto the field as we did use up our normal summon with the Safer. Come to us Tracer. We did not use the Tracer effect to pop a card on the field yet. Otherwise, we would have not been able to summon the Romulus. Striker Dragon with Pisty will make a baby pointing to the same spot, reborning our Magna Hut. And thanks to Dissipator being here, otherwise we could not summon Baron de Fleur. We were locked into Dark Monsters only. Dissipator being able to special summon a banished monster. We have Striker Dragon popping Delingerous, which will reborn itself from the graveyard as the Recharger summons a monster from the graveyard. We're chain banishing Maxi. Huh? What are we doing here? Are we trolling? Okay, doing it with style. Delingerous come forth and summon, making a Borland Dragon, which a lot of people forget the other effect, which is attack every single monster on the field. So we definitely have lethal. Oh my. We have negate the activation of a card. Well, I think it's negate the effect. Negate or destroy. Negate a monster. We have Omni Negate, attack every monster on the field, mate. 14,000 damage on the board. Just like that, game 1 going to Waylay Davy. Okay, Waylay at the top, 1 game 1. We're gonna grab our Rhymeheart from the deck. Rhymeheart has the quick effect to pop the Rhinoheart if they were to, let's say, use Impermanence. Imperm or Veiler onto the Rhinoheart, you would dodge it. Rhymeheart chaining to the Maxi, holding on to the Psy-Frame Gear Gamma. When do we want to negate? Ideally, a Gamma is used on your own turn, because you then get that level 8 Synchro. They are also under Maxi. Kit Cal activating to send from the deck or add. We're going to be adding a Crime. Since we are under Maxi, we do not want to further special summon, sending a tier limit Kit Cal, then reborning it to mill a total of 10 cards, which we still have that play. I mean, boy, we're special summoning, I think, a little too much. We're not Kikaling, right? Obsidian, special summon a Vsauce? What are we doing? Do we stop here? We're done. We need crime activatable. Okay. So we have negate anything plus negate anything. Let's go. And they're going to have a whopping 9 cards in the hand. So the idea is, can we get Baron de Floor to activate while we have no monsters on the field so that we could get a free level 8 synchro? Probably not. Will Baron de Floor negate Ravine or Quick Launch or Bestial activation? Here's the hoping. Quick Launch. Nope. Did not work. Striker Dragon is here, activating to grab our Boot Sector launch. We are going to negate the search of the Boot Sector launch, which now we have another opportunity to potentially Cyframe Gear Gamma, but probably not. I don't agree with negating a Striker Dragon if they still have their normal summon, because the Romulus grabbing Ravine could still just normal summon the Rocket Tracer that you just add to your hand. Which, why is it blank? Is it bugged? Okay, we already used up our normal summon here. We have the Chaos Ruler Mill in the top 5 cards of our deck, adding a light or dark among those 5. Absol Router to the hand, which could special summon if we control a rocket on the field. Discarding our Cyframe Gear Gamma that we tried to make a game-winning play with. To then summon our Lubellion from the graveyard, Chaos Ruler banishing light and dark to come forth and summon. Using Crime to negate. Now, by Crime negating a monster in the graveyard, we don't have to use the other part of the effect, which is discard the Tearlament Kashtira. We can keep it in the hand, because it must shuffle the card back into... Well, actually, it does. We do have to discard still. It's only if the card leaves the place where it's activating. So if they were to, let's say, activate by tributing, so correction, the Crime does work here. This does spin back. I was thinking Rukalos. Rukalos cannot destroy the card in the graveyard, thus it does not send. Crime would still spin back in the deck, so that's the difference there. We're going to be making our Herratic Seal. Herratic Seal will only be activatable during the opponent's turn to spin a face-up card back to the hand. We're banishing for Collapse Serpent. We're using Regain to return back a banished card to draw 1 card here. We're going to draw another card with the Chaos Space, which was newly semi-limited about 2 months ago. Baldrake banishing the Rhymeheart, and now we're linking this off into a Pisty. 1 more monster. We're going into the Triple Burst Dragon with the Pisty to reborn a banished or engraved monster. That's going to be our Magna Hut. Magna Hut activating, and now we're linking this off into Borland Dragon, which can attack everybody on the field, plus negate a monster permanently, reborning our Rocket Tracer from the graveyard, special summoning our Absol Router for free, popping the field spell, summoning a level 4 tuner from the deck, making another Striker Dragon. Striker Dragon is going to be popping itself, adding a Rocket Tracer since we have the Recharger already in the hand, triggering the Recharger to then, I think, summon itself. No, we're going to summon a Magna Hut instead to make our Dissipator. Being locked into Dark Monsters only from the action deck, we could have not made a Baron de Floor. To battle we go, 9,800 damage on the field, wiping out everything with the Borland Dragon. And just like that, open field, lethal damage. Wait, I can't math. 500 life off? What the? Link this off into Masquerena. We still have Disruption here. We have a Monster Negate. We have Monster Negate again. We have Link off during the opponent's turn. Let's go. Focus. Huh? We got Peaceful Planet. That can't be negated here. We're going to grab the Rhymeheart. Rhymeheart could be negated by the Borland or the Dissipator. We could still negate with the Borland. Okay, we're going to activate Call by the Grave. And now we are negating. Call by the Grave onto the Baldrake because, you know what? Sure, why not? Come forth and reborn with the effect of the Borland, permanently negating the Rhymeheart, not able to be searching for... What would we even be able to do here? I don't think we even have a play. Now, when the new Mannadium support comes out, we would have had a play. We would have been able to make the level 8 Synchro Mannadium. We would make the level 6 one, which we can't even special summon due to the planet boosting up our attack. So I don't even know what our play was. Now, with that all said, lethal damage of the Borland, a swift 2-0 victory. Dragon Link taking over Mannadium Tearlament.